Hello everybody, my name is FinnCapp. I would like to welcome you to our first video here on the ChromaCage Prison Server. The ChromaCage Prison Server is a public server that is put up and hosted by our very good friend 47, or as Bexy likes to call him, 47Y underscore. We're going to come in, we're going to say hi, we're going to kind of see what's going on, say hi to everybody, and kind of figure out what are we supposed to do. We've joined the prison server. Then I have no idea where we're at. Well, one of the first things that we're going to do, if you saw right there in the chat, is it tells you you need to connect your Twitch name with your Minecraft name. Whether it's the same, whether it's different, we still want to link them. What that is for drops. We have drops enabled on the server, so you can go and hang out with people that are currently live in their Twitch channel and get drops to be sent to you on the server itself. We are going to go ahead and link us to our FinnCapp account. Hey, look, we're now linked. Now that we're linked, a couple of first things that we want to do is come and take a look here. And we can see we have the featherboard. But before we get too far into this, one thing that we need to know about the drops, one of the things that we can do is if we hit our tab list, you can see there are a couple people that have the live tag next to their names, which means they're currently streaming from the server. So those are people that we can go and hang out with and go get some drops from. So one of the commands we have available to us is either online or the live command. What that does, that gives us a couple of channels. We can go click on, we'll say Mr. Toclan. We'll click on him. It gives us a clickable link that we can hit yes. This will open a new browser tab for us. We can mute that tab. We can go and talk the tab. We can go listen, hang out, be part of the community. But as long as you have that open in there live from the server, what that does, that gives you the ability to have Twitch drops enabled, and it gives you the ability to get drops on the server. That being said, let's come over here. Let's take a look at some important information that we look and start at is right click your pickaxe to upgrade it. Higher tier pickaxes allow higher level enhancements. Buying any enhancement or higher tier pickaxe will repair it. Ranking up resets all enhancements to their minimum. This is important for us to know in a little bit. Once you reach the purple plus rank, you can prestige. Again, important a little later. Prestiging resets your pickaxe to its minimum enhancement level. And also, oh, wait, look, we've already got our first drop from Mr. Toclan. We received $15,000. Phenomenal. Basically, just for hanging out in the Twitch chat. We've already gotten our first drop, already given us $15,000, which is a huge boost for us. So it definitely behooves you, it definitely entices you to make sure you can go hang out with all the streamers that are currently live on the server. Prestiging resets your pickaxe to its minimum. Custom advancements exist to guide you. What does that mean? Well, if you hit your L key, it shows you we have advancements. Not only shows we have one, but as we start doing the advancements, it unlocks more and shows us what they are. We also have some hidden advancements on the server itself. There are 8 current hidden advancements. 6 are known. People have solved them, but we have 2 that have not been solved that we're currently working on. When you complete any of these enhancements, it does give you a max balance, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, let's go through the rest of our board. We get right click for page 2. There's more, but wait, there's more. So we right click and go on to our second page. Important information continued. Prestige points can buy permanent upgrades. If you're very familiar or you play any kind of roguelike or roguelite style games, when you do prestige, it gives you points to give you permanent enhancements that continue through your next prestige. So very much reminiscent of that genre of game. Emeralds can be used for gambling. Anyone can buy any cell. Public furnaces are in red and orange. Food is not needed. You never need to eat. We're basically gods on the server. We are currently in red. That tells us what our current rank is. And let's go on to page 3. The next page. Each quadrant has 4 mines with the same ores. First mine is stone and has a base of 1x times the ores. The second is the deep slate, or the plus version of that mine, and has 2 times or double the density of the first area of the first one stone. The third and fourth of the donor mines, third being the colored concrete area, also has double the ore density of the base mine. So if we'll say specifically like it says for red, red is our base mine. Red plus has double the ore density. The first part of the donor mine, orange, has double the ore density of red as well. Fourth is the obsidian, or the plus version of the donor mine, has 4 times the base density of ore than the first. So in red, you have red and red plus. In orange, you have orange and orange plus. So the orange plus, which is the second version of the donor mines, has 4 times the ore as red. Both donor mines can be accessed when the first mine is unlocked. So once we have the first donor mine orange, we don't need to rank up to get to the next one, which is going to be the plus version. We automatically have that. For our fourth and final page, we do have a couple of useful commands. We'll be using most of these throughout our walkthrough, but something just to keep in mind, something so you just have them in your head, is we do have sell, which teleports you to your cell once you've rented one. You have cellmate, which allows you to add or remove others from your cell. You have the XPmine, which teleports you to the XPmine. We'll go over that here in just a little bit. You have ranks, which lists all of the current ranks and the prices for them. You have prestiges, which lists all of the current prestiges and the prices for them. You have a daily, which we'll get to in a little bit, but you do have the ability to claim daily items that you have purchased from the buy shop. We just went over Twitch, which is linking your Twitch account for drops, online or live, which also allows you to view all the current streams. That takes us back here to number 1. Now, we're going to move forward just a little bit here. One of the things that we're going to go over, as you see over here, we kind of have this nice little feather board over here on the right-hand side. With this itself, there's a couple different things to note. The numbers on the side are just 9 numbers. They don't really mean anything, so you can just kind of ignore them. But if you notice, we have what our current rank is, which is red. Our next rank, which is red plus. The cost of that to go from red to red plus is $10,000. Balance, which is what our current money balance is, which is $15,000. Rank up, which is just a little visual bar. It shows you that we have it completely full, which means we should have enough money to rank up to the next rank. Our maximum balance, which is what we can currently hold, is 2 million. This also goes up every single time that we prestige. Our current prestige is 0. We have not prestiged at all. And our cost for prestige, once we get to the highest rank, is going to be $1 million. And how many people are currently online? We currently have 14 people online. One of the other things that we're going to look at and kind of notice is we do have a couple of options available, a couple of things that we kind of need to look at. And one thing it told us is we need to take our pickaxe and look at it and right click. This gives us a myriad of options as far as what to do on the prison server. This is kind of one of the big bases behind it, is being able to modify and upgrade your pickaxe as you see fit or as you see necessary. We're going to kind of go over these, not in too much detail, but just to give you an idea of what we have available. When we first right click and look, you can see that we have our first upgrade if we wanted to, which would be $50, would be to upgrade our pickaxe to a gold pickaxe. This, we have a couple of different levels of this. We start off with wood. You can go then gold, stone, iron, diamond, and netherite. Netherite being the top level one. If you notice, what will happen is each level of the pickaxe will give you a higher tier of max enchant that you can put on the pickaxe. So right now our wood one can be a max efficiency of 2. If we go to the gold pickaxe, it can take a max efficiency of 3. Same thing. Current wood one would be a max fortune of 1. If we go to that pickaxe, the next one would be a max fortune of 2, so on and so forth, all the way up to netherite, which for netherite, it allows you to take those up to 100. The couple of advancements that we have available for each pickaxe is efficiency. We have fortune, unbreaking. Those are kind of our main 3 that we look at when we talk about levels of enhancement. But we also have something like auto sell. With auto sell, there's 4 different levels. Each one that you purchase for the first 3 lowers the tax that you see on there. So if we buy the first one for $15,000, the tax rate for us to auto sell items would be 30%. Kind of steep, but understandable. It's only level 1. The next level, which would cost us basically double what the first is, so it would be $30,000, would take our tax rate in half. So it would take us to 15%. The tier 3, which would be $60,000, takes our tax rate down to 5%. Now the last level of this one, tier 4, doesn't remove any more of the tax rate. It'll stay at 5, but what it does allow us to do is filter what is or is not auto sold. It has little toggleable buttons that you can turn on and off to say, hey, you know what, I want to keep diamonds for a little while. I want to keep emeralds, whatever the case may be. We have mending, which repairs the pickaxe anytime we hit something that would normally give us EXP. We have auto smelt, kind of self-explanatory. And this is smelts anything that we pick up. So if we pick up iron, we pick up gold, we pick up copper, instead of having to take it to the public mine, we can just have it automatically auto smelt it for us. We also have the auto block one, which does the kind of the same thing. It just automatically turns it. Once you get the 9 ingots or whatever the case may be, it turns it into a block instead. This last row down here are a couple of different things that we have added to it, but that's all for the actual enhancements here for the pickaxe. We have this one here, which was rank up. Every time if we have the available money we want to rank up, we can click this button. Once we get to the max level of the rank, this will then become prestige, which will allow us to prestige to the first prestige, second prestige, so on and so forth. We have one of the nice little teleports, which is spawn. This will teleport us straight to spawn. We have the emerald, which will take us to the gambling area, which we'll go over here in a little bit. Also shows us our current available balance. We have teleport. Once we have the cell, we'll have this available. All right, what you have here is our prestige menu. What these are the permanent upgrades that you can get. Once you've put a point into this, you basically get that upgrade as a permanent to your pickaxe or to whatever the various section of the game you've added it to. We'll start here. You can see our cost is 1, and what this would allow us to do is every time we would prestige, instead of starting with a wood pickaxe, we would then start with a gold pickaxe. Keep in mind, as you start to rank these up with prestige points, they will start to get more expensive. This will eventually go from costing 1 to costing 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. But you can upgrade your pickaxe, the base level of it. You can upgrade what is called your sales multiplier. And what this is, as you sell anything right now to either auto sell or assign, you get basically whatever the cost of it is, so 1x. As you start to put points into the sale multiplier, you will start getting more. So 1.1, 1.2, this allows you to start getting more money per sale. So this is definitely something that you should keep an eye on. Definitely something you should keep up with as you work through your prestiges. You can add base levels of efficiency, fortune, and unbreaking. Again, when you prestige, whatever you take these up to, say we take fortune up to 2 or 3, we would start with a base level of fortune 3. Same thing with your auto sell, mending, auto smelt, and auto block. All of these would be base level to your pick every time you prestige. Now, a couple of extra things that you have here and available are extras to the menu that enhance or make it better for you as far as you go. Now, me personally, one of the first things I do when I prestige, being I'm old and my eyesight is not the greatest, I don't like mining in the dark, and I really don't want to carry torches. So I personally put my first point in a night vision, which gives me permanent night vision anytime. I never have to worry about it being dark again. Now, do you have to? Nope. That's just purely the way I did it, which is one of the great things about this system and menu is you can kind of tailor this to what it is ever works best for you as far as your mining style. We have speed. There are 3 levels of speed, which is movement speed. We have haste, which mining haste, it makes you mine a little bit faster, gives you a little bit better as far as breaking the blocks. And then one of the most coveted ones is this one, the explosive. It costs 9 and it's expensive for a reason. So what this allows you to do, it takes that same base pickaxe that you have and allows you to mine in a 3x3x3 area, which is a pretty big deal as far as breaking blocks. Instead of having to break single blocks, you're breaking, 3x3x3 in that area for a much better multiplier of blocks that you're selling at a time. So it is expensive for a reason. On average, most people that start look at getting probably auto smelt being the first one, the point they put in. So you don't have to worry about taking time to auto smelt things anymore, like the copper or the gold or the iron. Plus you can sell your coal instead of having to use it. And then they will save for the X pick. 2 of the other options, or 3 of the other options that we have available. One is the XPmine, which we're going to go over shortly, gives you a base time, but this allows you to add more time to that XPmine. Again, we'll go over that here in a minute. You start working through your prestiges. Once you prestige, again, you basically lose everything but your pickaxe. What this does is this allows you to spend 10 points, and whatever cell that you rent, you don't lose whatever's in it on prestige. So you can put a bunch of chests in there, store all your really cool stuff that you want, prestige, and it's still going to be there. You're not going to lose it now, but again, expensive, so it's 10 points. The last one, and this is one you got to kind of be very careful of. Say you get a couple of prestiges and you decide, I don't like the way my stuff is, I want to change it. How do I change it? You have this as a readily available option. You can spend 3 prestige points to completely refund any prestige point that you've spent, but you need to be real careful because when you spend those 3, you don't get them back, you lose them. They're permanently gone. So if you don't have much in the way of prestige points, this is not something you really want to use because you're basically going to gimp yourself or bring you back 3 more prestige points that you're not going to have anymore. This is something that you're going to use at a much higher level, much higher in the prestige. When you say, okay, I don't like this, I want to change the way I mine, or I want to change this about, I have enough, I'm willing to spend the prestige points for me to go ahead, reset everything, take myself back down and kind of look at how I want to change things up. But again, you are losing 3 prestige points, so it's something that you need to kind of really pay attention to. So that's it for our area. Now, that being said, what do we do now? Where are we at? If you notice, we got a couple of things going on here we're still going to look at. First and foremost, we're going to look at this. So this is the map of the area, map of the prison. We have a couple of different quadrants. We were talking earlier about each one of the mines, each having both a regular and a donor version, and we have four quadrants of those. So we have here, the first one is the red mine. You have red and red plus, and it has the corresponding donor mines, which is orange and orange plus. You have yellow, yellow plus, green, green plus, cyan, cyan plus, blue, blue plus, purple, purple plus, magenta, and magenta plus. What matters for us, again, if we look at that handy dandy little feather board on the right, we are ranked red, which means we are going to start off in the red level mine, which you see right here. But before we go there, we got a couple other things we need to look at. We're going to come in here and go, wee! We drop down. Now keep in mind, red, this is something we need to pay attention to. But we do have a couple of features here at spawn. First one being, oh look, we have a Mr. Dubs. Hi Mr. Dubs, how are you? Who is standing on our crafting table for all your Minecrafting needs. We do have a couple of different wood piles that you see here. These will be very advantageous or very useful for you when you get ready to start making a cell for chests. You want to make an axe for anything, for taking stuff down in your cell, these will be very, very useful. If you decide, hey, I just don't feel like mining today, I want to come and fish, we have that here for you as well. We have a couple of different areas for you to come over and fish. You see over here, we have the phenomenal Mr. Drowned Deity watching over us, but you can come over here and fish in his pool. You also have the little fishing hut here available that does have signs that you can sell to, or if you'd like to purchase a fishing rod, you can as well. And one thing that we do have various areas around that you can access is your own personal ender chest. As you can see, I don't have anything available in my ender chest. I can't put anything in here right now. But as you start doing your prestiges, each prestige will open another one of these slots in their ender chest for you to store in. This is another thing that when you prestige does not get lost. So say you have something that you specifically want to take with you to a prestige and you don't have a permanent cell yet. You can then put that item in the ender chest, and when you prestige, it does not get lost. It'll sit in your ender chest. Now we're going to work our way back over this way. Again, we're in red, so we're going to work our way this way. We have one more feature to check out before we get to the actual mines of the mining. These are our public furnaces or our public smelteries. What these are for and designed for a personal, nice little home away from home cell. Say you're over there mining, get yourself a bunch of stuff and you need to smelt it, but you're worried about, you're in prison, you don't get shanked from behind where you're not looking. So what you can come over here to your nice little safe hidey hole. Once you step inside, a double door closes, stops anybody from getting to you. Everybody can see you, but there are barriers here, so nobody can come in and shank you while you're not looking. Nobody can come and take your stuff, but you do have available to you both a blast furnace and a furnace. So you can come in here and put whatever, say iron you have in here or copper. Throw some coal in there, let it smelt up, and then when you're ready, come over here and the doors magically open and allow you out. Now we got a couple signs here. We'll ignore those for a little later. We are going to come over here. We are going to take a look at one of the first options that we have. What do we have here? So this is a prison server. When we come here, what we're doing is we're mining. We then take the material that we've mined and we sell that, which allows us to work our way up through both the ranks and the prestiges. And we do those typically through these boards. As you can see, it's got something for each and every item that is in this mine currently available that we can get. So we have cobblestone that we can sell in stacks or singles. We have stone. You can get diamonds, quartz, coal, iron, deep slate, and cobble deep slate. Now, if you look behind, we do have our first 2 mines behind us, which are going to be red and red plus. Come over and look, say, hey, look, we got a couple of things we can mine. We need to start making money. So we got to kind of start mining, but I don't really like we're going to come over here. I don't want to be over there. I want to come over here and mine. So we're going to come over here and we're going to start off. We're going to get ourselves some coal, right? Let's go. I forgot. We're not in red plus yet. We're only in red. We haven't actually ranked up to red plus yet, so we can't mine here. So we're going to have to start. And one of the first things that we should look at and probably doing if we open up our handy dandy pickaxe menu again is probably starting to work towards upgrading our pickaxe. So we would technically need $50 to upgrade our pick. So we could come over here. We could start mining. Hey, look at that. Remember, we talked about advancements earlier, right? So by mining that, we picked up our first piece of cobble. What this did is this opens up some of the future advancements. Now, if you start looking at these advancements, there are little things they tell you as you do it. You get little bonuses, you get little rewards. So our next one is buying an upgrade. So our first upgrade, we get $25 for. So that's upgrading from our wood pickaxe to the next. We have this one ranking up, gives us 500. We have gambling, which we'll go over soon. We have renting a cell. We have a lot of different options here. Again, we talked about earlier, we have hidden advancements. Those are, hidden for a reason until we find them out. But this is essentially where we're going to start out. We're going to live. We are going to be doing a decent amount of stuff here. Okay, now one of the other things that we're going to do is kind of just keep an eye out, take a look, see what we have available here, and see the mine. So as you see, the mine itself is not huge, but it's enough that you can come in here, start mining. You start getting yourself some material to come over here, sell them to the boards. Once you get enough, we can then rank up to Red Plus. So we have enough through our first Twitch drop that if we wanted to, we could just go rank up or ranks, which shows all, but just rank. Look at that. We went ahead and ranked up to the next area. Now what this means, keep in mind that whenever you rank up, if we did put any enhancements on our pickaxe as well, it would reset the enhancements that we have, but it does not reset the base pickaxe. So we're going to upgrade this one to the gold, and then we're going to add a little bit of efficiency, a little bit of fortune, and that's good enough for now. But that allows us to do, come over here. Now that we are Red Plus, we can come over here and pick up another item. Oh, wait. Oh, gold doesn't get iron, so we still got to keep in mind, we still only have certain levels of things that we can mine, so we can get some coal. You can see we've got coal. You can see we've got some nether quartz. One of the other things to keep in mind, one of the other things that each area has available to it is what we call the bonus mines. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here. We're going to make our way over. If you notice, kind of over here, we have these little feather boards as well. And if you notice, this one says red bonus, nothing remaining because there's nothing in it, and it resets at random intervals. But through the process of movie magic, we're going to go boosha boosha, and look at that. Magically, we have ourselves a bonus mine that just popped. Oh, look at all that juicy ore. Now, keep in mind, some of this we can't actually mine. You know what? We can't get diamonds. Our pickaxe is not high enough. We can't get iron, but we could grab this. We could grab more of this. Oh, look, we also got another advancement for mining in the bonus mine. We can grab our stuff from here, grab some stuff here, grab some coal, grab some more of this. You know, we could do this, and what we can do is all the way through this, all the way down to the bottom. We'll just make our way to the bottom. Now, let's say we make our way all the way down here to the bottom, but we didn't bring any blocks. How do we get out? Well, if we remember, we look back at our pickaxe menu, we have this handy dandy little thing that allows us to go back to spawn. So we can use that, and then we can come back and jump back down because we have more stuff to do over here. We're not done. But that just gives you an idea. That kind of shows you a little bit about the mine, shows you a little bit about the bonus mine. Those are all nice things to have, things we can use to sell. And then what we're going to do is say, you know what? We have all this stuff, right? We have all this stuff. What do we do with it? What do we need? Well, one of the first things we need to look at is our XP. We get XP. If you notice, we have 3 levels. What can we do with the XP? Well, I tell you, tell them what he's want. Look, you have XP for cash. This is what we call our XPmine. The XPmine is literally, as you can see in there, a mine full of blocks. You have lapis, copper, redstone, you have emeralds, you have gold, you have diamonds. What this is you have a command that is XPmine that takes you in there. You have a base time again of 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to go in there and mine all the blocks that you can. Once you are done for the XPmine, once that 30 seconds is up, or longer if you've put any of your prestige points into it, once it is done, it will return you back from where you use the command. So say I'm here and I go to the XPmine, it takes me back to here. If I happen to be in a cell and I do it, it would take me back to my cell. But this is where these little signs that we talked about came in. So say we've gone into the XPmine, we went and mined out a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of blocks, and we came back, and we happen to have a stack of diamond blocks. We could then come right here, and sell that stack of diamond blocks for $147,456. Also Chewy, 47. You can't get away from it whether you realize it or not. But that's just one little area. Okay, so we have a ton of this stuff, right? We have a bunch of this stuff. We've come over, we've sold it there. Now we have, we'll say, some more diamonds, but we didn't have a full stack. Then we could come over here, unpack it, and we could sell it to these signs. One of the other things to keep in mind and remember about these signs is if you have your pickaxe and you hold shift when you sell things to it, we'll say, let's sell one thing of quartz. Instead of one, it does two. So just a little nice tip to keep in mind. Okay, so we just got done looking at that phenomenal looking little XPmine over there. We got back out here. We're back. You know, I don't really want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in red. I don't even, what else do we have? Well, we also do have, like we said, the donor mines, which, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pop on over there. We're going to go, and then, wait, this time. I mean, wait, this time, for some reason we can't get, oh, that's right. It is a donor mine. So with the donor mines, how they work is, again, you can buy them through our buy shop. What these allow you to do is help support the server. It helps support both the upkeep and maintenance of the server, but it allows you access to these. Now, they are purchasable, but you can also win them through gambling if you so choose to. What we have is this, oh, Vusha, magic hands. What happens? We happen to have our first donor rank. So we're going to take our nice little pretty looking item, and we're going to right click it. Oh, and it gave us a donor rank. Ooh, fancy. Look at that. We got a new colored name. We got ourselves a donor rank, and what allows it? Oh, magically we can go through the barrier. Now, without the donor rank, obviously it's going to keep you out of here. Once you do have the donor rank for whatever associated mine, it allows you to come in here. Now, what this doesn't do is allow me to come in here if I don't happen to have the current rank. So for red, it doesn't matter, but say we have the next level. Say we have yellow and green. If I have the green donor rank, but I can't actually access yellow yet, I'm not the rank of yellow, I can't go in there. I can still only come into this mine. It doesn't give you access to the area before you've ranked up to that area. But what this does allow, this allows us to come into the donor mine. And again, the way the donor mines work is you have red as the base mine. So red and red plus. The donor mine version of this is orange and orange plus. To kind of denotate that and show it, you can see that red. So we have red concrete. It shows off we are the donor mine for the red area. We also have this, which is the red plus version or orange plus version, which is obsidian. All the plus versions of the donor are obsidian. All the base level are going to be concrete of whatever current level mine you're in. So red will be red concrete, yellow will be yellow concrete, so on and so forth. Again, this is double the ore density of red. So it's the same ore density as red plus. And the obsidian version or the orange plus version is quadruple. So 4 times the ore density of red. So, you know, getting in there is pretty decent money, pretty good stuff there. Now with this, again, each one has its correlating. So we have red and orange. Over there you have yellow, and then the donor version is green. You have cyan, the donor version that is blue. And then you have, once we loop our way back around here for the full side, you have purple, and then purple plus or purple and magenta, which is the donor version of it. Now, we have all this cool stuff. We've done all this mining, and we've got a couple cool things that we would like to keep. What do we do from here? Where do we go? Well, we don't want to just keep our inventory full of all this stuff. So what we can do is we have cells available for all you happy helper prisoners that you can come and spend your hard-earned mining money and cash to rent. So we're going to make our way over here because, you know, we're making our way downtown, walking fast, and we're homebound. Now, if we look here, we have our first cell available. We look, okay, it's for rent. It is R114. Now, what this tells you is it is on the bottom floor. So 114 or one of any of the cells is the bottom floor. If this were the top floor that you can see kind of right up there, it would be 2. So it would be 214. It tells you how much it is for, which is 8,000, and for how long? 3 days. Now, for me, 8,000 a bit expensive, right? We don't have much, but 8,000 a bit expensive. So the more centralized the location, the more centralized the cell, like we're right here in between. We're kind of the media of the mines between red and orange. It's more expensive for convenience. So if we kind of run our way down this way, we come to our first cell available. Still 8,000. Nope, still too expensive for us. Let's come down here a little bit more. The further away you get from a central location, the cheaper it gets, down to 3,000. So look, here's another cell, R108, 3 days for $3,000. We have 4,000 from that drop we got, so that would help. So if we click on this, it tells you it's R108. It is not currently sold, which means it's available. It's $3,000 for 3 days. You can rank it or buy it up to 10 days. Prime time is expired, meaning nobody has it. If we had it, it would tell us how much time. No owners, no members. So if we right click on the sign, we rented it. It is now ours. We have rented it for 2 days. Now, one thing that we also have to look at is our advancements. So what did that do? Temporary home reward, $3,000. So essentially, we spent $3,000 to rent that cell, but we got the advancement for $3,000. So we got a free cell for 3 days. So for all you brand new people, that's something to keep in mind. If you buy an $8,000 one and you get that advancement, it doesn't really cover it. But if you come down here to one of the lower cells, you can rent it and basically free for your first 3 days. Now, a couple of things that we can look at that we have available for you as far as this. We have a number of different options that you have, and we're going to kind of show you a little bit about what the sign itself does. So if we left click, it tells us we've now rented it. We have it for 3 days and who the renter is. Now, if we shift left click, this brings up a little menu we have, or what we call the GUI for the cell itself. It can tell you who the members are, which currently we don't have any members. It tells you that you can add members. Using this, there's a different way to do it, but it just tells you that you can add members. You can reset and sell if you want to just get rid of the cell. Now you don't get anything back, but this basically unrents the cell for you. You have a flag editor. What you can do is come in here. You can set who this flag is for everyone. Can it be set for everyone, set for specific members? And then what this is specifically for is for the explosive pickaxe, or that 3x3x3, which will work in your cell if this is turned off. So say you want to go break a block and you hit it, and next thing you know, all your chests are broken, all your stuff's sitting there floating on the floor because explosive was on. What you can do is come into here. You have allow or deny. Deny will be on by default, and it's for, and this resets. But essentially what this is for using the explosive pick in your cell. My advice, leave it on deny. Don't change it unless you want to explode out your chests. You can also extend the amount of time that you have in your cell here. And this just gives you a little bit more info, or it takes you back out and shows you what you have. Now, we have the cell available. What can we do? We can make chests. We can put everything in here. We also have shops available to you that you guys can use to buy or sell items to other prisoners. But as you can see, we don't. How do we make? We don't have any wood. You know what? We have our handy dandy, nice little pickaxe that we can use to go to spawn. Once we go to spawn, we can come over here and we remember these nice little wood piles that we were talking about. Come over here. We can come up here and grab ourselves some wood, punch woods, like we're back in Minecraft. Now these will reset once they're completely empty, so they're basically an ever-present resource. You don't have to worry about using too much or getting too many of them. So we're going to sit here, we're going to grab ourselves some of this, and we're going to use this to make some chests and all that kind of fun jazz. Let's grab us a couple more pieces here. We got one more. We'll grab one more. That should be more than enough. Now, we have the option to run all the way back over, or what we can do is do the fun thing, and we can use our teleport. We do have the teleport available to go to our cell. Hey, look, we went right back to our cell, so we didn't have to run all the way back here. So we're going to start our basic principle Minecraft logic. We're going to grab us some planks. We're going to go ahead and make us a crafting table, and then take our crafting table and put it down in our cell. And because, for the sake of posterity, we're going to put it right there. We're going to take this. We're going to go like this, and we're going to make ourselves our first chest. Now, a couple things to note and a couple of things to remember. When you teleport to your cell, now that just happens to be that we face outwards. Sometimes when you first get a cell and use that teleport, you can have you facing here, or you can be facing here, or you can be facing here. I don't like that. When I come here, I like to be facing out. So what you can use is once you come into the cell, set yourself in what direction that you want. You have the cell available. Now there's a couple different commands for the cell. Cell GUI or GUI is kind of the same thing we just looked at when we looked at the sign for it. It allows you to assign members, unassign members, things of the such. You have cellmate, which is what we personally use for adding or removing people from our cell. So we'll say, I want to be able to add somebody. So I can go add cellmate, add, and then who do we want to add? I think we are going to add Mr. 47. I think we're going to add him to our cell. Now what this does, this allows 47 to come in here and open any chest that we have in here. He can place chests in here. He can do all the same things that we can do in here, but just in our cell. This is used for if you have somebody that may be getting ready to prestige. They don't want to lose the stuff in their cell. They say, hey, Finn, you know, can you hold something for me? Sure, I'll just add you to my cell. You can come in here and throw in a couple of chests. Once they're done, or say for some reason, I don't really want them in here anymore, you can do that same command. So we can cellmate. This time we can remove them. We'll put 47, and that removes them. That stops them from being able. Now, if you also notice here, it showed us that 47 also added us to their cell. So anytime somebody adds or removes you from their cell, it also puts this little message here in chat so you are aware if somebody have added you or removed you from your cell. So just a couple of things to keep in mind, a couple of things to know that you have available to you. One of the last things, again, that we use is shops. So we'll say, I've decided I want to buy or sell some of the stuff that I have. We'll say, I want to do coal, right? So if I take and just punch it, nothing. Right click, opens it. But if I hold the item in my hand, shift, and punch it, you notice we got a couple of new options. You can set up a shop for selling, for buying, or canceling. We want to buy coal, right? So how much do we want to charge, or how much do we want to put for the coal? We'll say $47. Now, it tells you I'm buying coal for $47 each. So if somebody has coal, they can come and right click on my sign and they'll be able to sell it. Now, I have the options with my cell, if I right click on it, that I can do a couple of things. I can set the shop mode from buying to selling. I can change the price, or I can change the amount, or I can just remove the shop altogether. One other thing that we can do, if we go back and create our shop again, we'll put it in here. We are buying, we are selling one coal for $47. Now say we want to change something about it, right? So if we go through and shift right click on it again, we can come over and change the price. Now, if you notice, it gives you this little option, this little QS price, and then we're going to change the price to $69 instead. Now, say we had multiple of these chests. We had multiple chests buying coal, and we wanted to change the price on all of them, but we just changed the price on one. Now, we don't have to go through that exact process every single time. What we can do, if we had another one sitting right here, we could look at it, use our up arrow, hit that, and that would change the price as well, versus having to go shift right click and do all the changey good and that stuff. So just another quick way that you can use in here to be able to show what kind of stuff you have in here. Now, that being said, once we've looked at all this, that's our cell. You can do a number of different things in and out of your cell, but just a couple of things we have are features. Each one of the different quadrants has a different area that you can look in. As you can see, we have crafting tables here in each one. We have a couple of nice different features. We have some water features. Say you just want to kind of sit in here, you want to chill out, you want to hang out. Hey, look, I've got, I'm just sitting here, I'm just chilling in the water, nothing going on. Kind of hanging out, nothing really else going on. Click the trapdoor a couple times. Trapdoor a couple times, don't really want to do anything else. But hey, we're cool off now, we're gonna go. But each area has a nice little kind of looking area. You have some weird looking blood red tree. I don't really know that I would want to pick the fruit from that. Looks kind of not really my cup of, but look, this looks pretty cool. We got another crafting table. Ooh, is that a hot tub? I mean, maybe. Let's go see. We got another little water feature kind of looking over here. Again, each area has its own nice little decor. You got, we're gonna die. Nope, we're not gonna die. Haha, fooled you. We're just gonna burn in the fiery pit of hell for a while it burns our mortal soul, because you know we're never actually gonna leave the prison. But you know, hey, it's fine. Everything is kosher. Got us a nice little gold pickaxe there. Got some more water features. We can go raid the pyramid, act like we're Indiana Jones, you know, have a good old time. Temple of Doom. Ooh, what is that? What is that I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see that in the distance? What could that be? I don't know. Let's go check it out. We're gonna come here through our lush little green. You know what? We're gonna cheat. We're gonna kind of cut through here. Remember, we're a donor now. Wait. What? Why can't? Oh, remember, we're only a rank 1 donor, which means we can only get into the rank 1. We cannot get into the rank 2, the rank 3, the rank 4. Now, that being said, the ranks are cumulative. So again, we have that first level, right? So we have orange. So if we get another +1, that would be cumulative. Then we would have rank 2. We could get into yellow, i.e. we could get into green. And we could go in here. Just something to keep in mind. We want to kind of sit here and frolic through the garden if we wanted to, you know. All good times. Even prisoners like to go and kind of hang out. What do you have? Oh, did you know that some people like to parkour. Some people like to go jump on blocks and do fun things other than just mining. I know. I can't help that people like to do stuff other than mining because, you know, we're happy helpers and that's what we're here to do. We are here to mine. That's kind of what we do, but it's okay. We do have it available. With this is one of our newest features, one of our newest additions, which is a parkour course. With that, there are 4 checkpoints throughout the parkour. So as you make your way through, you won't completely lose all your progress. So you get 3/4 away and you fall. You're not going to have to come back here at the beginning. You will have a warp points and commands for those. I believe it is /CP space and then the number. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But as you can see, all the way kind of up over there in the distance and up there. Once we get up there, you do have the available to finish the parkour course. Once you actually finish it, it is $100,000 currently. As we increase or we make more of this, the amount of money you get will increase. But as it sits right now for the 4 pieces of it, once you get all the way through, you do get $100,000. But, you know, it's Geronimo! Boink. Oh, nope. We went too far forward. That didn't work. We're not very good at parkour, just in case you didn't know. We are definitely not a parkour. But if this is your fancy, if it tickles your pickle, if it shows you what you want to do, it gives you something other than mining or fishing, you can. Also, what? And we can get started on the parkour. Look at this. God, gamer mode. What do you mean? Nope. Yeah, we weren't very good at it. It's fine, but it gives you an idea. We do also have the parkour course here available. Something just fun feature that you guys have. Again, each one has a kind of little fun thing looking at it. We even have our own little aquarium, which kind of sits out over that way. You can kind of just barely see it. If you like to just watch the fishies, we do have that available to you. But that kind of gives you a run over of the server. That kind of gives you a rundown of most of the features that we have. We have one more thing we're going to go over. And before we do that, we're going to do our fancy little teleport back to spawn. And from here, we're going to go to our gambling area. And the last thing that we have to show you, as you can see right here, we have this beautiful looking little emerald. Click the gamble emeralds. One of the key things that we have on here, one of the big factors that we have, part of the fun of the server is gambling. We do that through emeralds. You find emeralds in the various mines. You can start finding them in the cyan mines, and they go through cyan, cyan plus, purple, and purple plus. We're going to teleport there now to kind of give you an idea, kind of show you what we have. So if we click on this phenomenal little emerald right here, oh, wait, look, we got another advancement. Will it win big? I don't know, but it gave us 1 emerald. As you can see, we have our 1 emerald. Now we have a couple of different options as far as what we can do with the emerald. We're going to kind of come over here and start. You can see we have high stakes gambling. We have colorful blocks that we can look at, all the pretty colors. We have different blocks here that we can get more pretty colors, but with things specifically, we look at this here, and when you look at it, what are our odds? We look at our odds. We can gamble 2 emeralds, and it either gives us a chance of getting an emerald back or a high stakes token. The high stakes token, if we're doing this, is what we're looking at here. The high stakes token can be used for either of these, or if you look right over there, there is a high stakes version of the gambling. But we're not worried about that. You can get into that later on in the game. What we're worried about and what we're looking at is doing is here. The regular gambling. We have a couple different options. We have prestige token gambling, which if we right click, you can see a couple of things. One, you can either gamble all the emeralds that you have, or if you want to do convenience, the emerald blocks. But what you can win here is there are various things. You can win a couple of different head skins, including your own. You can win amethyst, you can win banners, you can win different frog lights. But the big thing most people are after are these, the prestige points. You can either win a +1, +2, +3, +4. These are additional prestige points. Now you get, again, prestige points when you prestige, but these are added on to that. So say we come in here and we just happen to gamble, we get a +4. So say we already had 1, then we would have 5 prestige points. So this is the big thing that people are gambling for currently. You have this one, which you notice we have a couple of different jackpots. We have the mega jackpot, which currently is worth 2.18 million, or the normal jackpot, which is 100,000. But in here as well, we have a couple of different things that you can win. You can see we have various ores that you can get. We have the jackpots and another little item we'll discuss here in a minute. When we look over here, on here, this is our third one. This is where we can get, when we saw that first time, we had prestige points. We have the available to get the donor ranks, pardon me, that you can see. There's various potions you can get from here. You can get emerald ore. You can get mining elixirs. You can get flying potions. You can get potions of luck. You can get enhanced potions of luck, which give you luck too. This is another big thing that people use for, because the luck does affect your gambling, but also people going for the donor ranks. Now, one thing that each one of these also has an overflow. So you come in here, your inventory's kind of full, but you want to gamble all your emeralds and it fills up. You're not going to lose the things that you have here if it doesn't fit in your inventory. What it'll do is if you left click on each one of these, it opens up a separate inventory, and this is kind of your overflow. So say you had 100 items, filled up your inventory complete, and it'll fill up this inventory, but you decide I don't want anything in here. You can then hit the clear button. That'll clear this inventory, and it'll fill it full with anything that was left from the overflow until you basically don't have anything left that it's trying to give you. You can also throw things from your inventory in here that you don't want and then clear it, and it's gone. It's disposed of. Now, so you have a couple things you want to get rid of and you're not right next to that. We do also have this here as a disposal. You can right click. You can toss the stuff in here as well. But again, this is kind of the big area. Now, what we're going to do, we got one emerald in a dream. So we're going to come over here. We want another donor rank, right? We want to be able to get in the second area. So we're going to come in here. We're going to gamble our one emerald. Nope, we received nothing. Wah, 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 wah. Gambling, RNG at its finest. We didn't happen to win anything, but you will spend a lot of time here gambling the emeralds and the emerald blocks you get, because, just a fun little part of the server. Now, one final thing that we're going to go over, one final thing we're going to talk about, we're going to come back here. We're going to teleport to spawn. One of the cool things that you saw in there that we didn't really talk about would look like a chorus fruit. What that chorus fruit is for is going to extra mines. We have another area that's designed for higher level players to go to that has much larger mines, has much more involved thing. And if you notice, we don't have one, but if we do the magic of movie magic, Visha Visha. Oh, look, now we have chorus fruit. Man, we are wizards. We're prison wizards, but you realize it. We are prison wizards. Now, what can we do? With the chorus fruit itself, we're going to say we have to, right? So we're going to eat the first one. Boom, 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 boom. Aha! We have been taken out to the extra mines. And if you notice, first off, this area is pretty freaking large. This area, each one of these mines is 3 times the size of the base mines. Here's the thing to keep in mind. You can only get out here from the chorus fruit. You can only get the chorus fruit through gambling. The middle section that we showed you where it had the both mega jackpot and the normal jackpot, it had all the ores, but it also had that chorus fruit. That's the only place to get this, or buying it from another player. But to keep in mind, once you come out here, there is no time limit for you being out here other than yourself or server reset. So if you leave out here, if you go back to your cell, if you go back to anywhere else other than the XPmine, then you're gone. You can't come back here without using another chorus fruit. But one thing to note, and if we look at it, we look at the chorus fruit itself, it has a 30-minute cooldown on it. Now, if we try to use it, it won't let us use it. You can see how it's kind of highlighted in my inventory. That means that it's on cooldown. So you can only come out here once every 30 minutes. So for any reason you use it, and for some reason you go back to your cell, then you're kind of stuck at the area for 30 minutes before you can use the chorus fruit again. But to kind of give you an idea and to show just how large this area is, it has all of the base level areas that you can see here. It has all the same base level mines denotated by, you see the color wheel here. So we have red, which, ignore this. Those are all crafting tables. It's a meme gone wrong, but it's part of our daily life. So you technically don't have a red mine. We have a crafting table mine. It's fine. Let it happen. We have the red plus, then we go orange, orange plus, yellow, yellow plus, green, green plus, cyan, cyan plus, blue, blue plus, purple, purple plus, magenta, magenta plus. So those are all the main areas. As you can see here, this is the server. This is ChromaCage. Just kind of gives you an idea about everything we have going on here. I would like to first and foremost thank you guys very much for coming out here. We have a couple of player suggestions I'm going to read to you that were given to us by members of the community that will help you hopefully on your journey through ChromaCage. Some stuff to keep in mind. The first one comes from me personally. This is going to be repairing your pickaxe It is always better than breaking it and having to fix it. So repair your pick. From the server over, and my very good friend Mr. 47, immediately break your first golden pickaxe. It's a free upgrade to stone. So, and what he means by that is the gold pickaxe has very low durability, but the first time you break it, it gives you an advancement that gives you $200. That's enough to fix it and upgrade it to stone, which has way, way better durability, so something to keep in mind. From Mr. Trucker Torpedo, we have renting a corner cell, lets you get a cell for free for 3 days the first time. As you get that $3,000 back from the initial purchase. So remember when we clicked on the sign, it gave us an advancement for $3,000. We rented a cell that was $3,000, so that's basically a free cell. Also from Mr. Trucker, strip mining will get you more money earned than mining every block on a layer. So doing full on, if you remember vanilla strip mining, will get you better money per hour because you're not wasting blocks or wasting durability of your pickaxe on stuff like stone or cobble. You're actually just doing a straight line, picking up any ores you get along cherry picking. And then from our top prestige on the server, Mr. Suokami, never upgrade your pick to diamond in either red or yellow mines unless you have a donor rank and an X pick or the explosive pick. Also, use of politeness and common sense when mining in the mines, i.e. using the layering technique, grabbing emeralds from the side of a mine, or filling those holes, flossing, i.e. going behind somebody that's using X pick and picking the mine or clean of the stuff in the floor and the ceiling that they're not, goes a very long way with getting along with the entire community. That being said, it has been my pleasure to bring this content. It has been my pleasure to walk you through everything that happens and goes on, bringing you the ChromaCage informational video about this. A couple of things that we're going to go over, a couple of the different things that we have available to you as far as commands that we're going to run over real quick is not only on top of the pickaxe menu, but you have commands that you can use. You have spawn. So if you want to go to spawn itself, you have that available. You can also use this to go to your cell. Also with the cell, you have the couple of commands that we talked about earlier. Cellmate for adding people. Cell TP changes where you end up in the cell when you use it and also what direction that you end up. You also have Discord, which once you do that, it gives you a clickable link to join the Discord. Any information in regards to the server, as far as any change logs that we have, anything that needs to be updated. We have buy, sell, trade areas. We have places for you to stream from in there. We have public channels. We have private channels the streamers can use. Plus, we just have a general kind of, hey, let's hang out and talk about the server. I highly recommend that you click on this, go join the Discord, come over, have a phenomenal time with us. We already talked about the Twitch command, which is connecting both your Twitch and your Minecraft name for drops. You also have the online or the live command. So online, if I can type, or live. Again, that gives you a link to each one of the people that are currently streaming from the server. You can click on their name. It gives you a link that you can go out and go join their Twitch stream, kind of hang out for the Twitch drops themselves. You have ranks. This is very useful if you want to look at what my current rank is, what I need to get up to a certain rank. So we are currently red plus. Our next cost, if you look here, our rank up price is 50,000 for yellow. Our cost to get there is 50,000. Where this differs is if we want to say, I don't want to go to yellow, I want to go up to the next one. The rank price for this is 100K, but the total cost is 150. So what that total cost is giving you is the price of yellow and yellow plus to get there. And you can do this all the way up to purple plus. So rank price for purple is $1 million, but for me to go from where I am all the way to purple would be 2.65 million. Now we also have this for prestiges. It shows all the various level of prestiges and what they take or what kind of buffs they give you going through. In the mines themselves, you have another available command, which is the top command. This is very useful, especially out in the extra mines where you're in the mine and you don't want to go to spawn or you don't want to have to use the ladder to go all the way to the top. You can use this command, top, but keep in mind this costs $1,000 every time you use it. So use it very sparingly, especially when you're in the lower mines and you don't have a lot of money, because you can spend yourself out of money just by being lazy. We have the XPmine that we talked about earlier. Again, you have a couple different options here. You have XP check or XPmine check. This checks if anybody's currently in the XPmine or if they're using it, and if they are, how much longer, or if there's nobody in it. And then we have the XPmine itself, which actually takes you to the mine. You have the same thing that we use, like that little emerald. You have gamble that you can use to go straight to the gambling area. And then the last one we have available is the buy command. With the buy command, this opens up the shop. And what that allows you to do is if you do want to look at purchasing a donor rank, again, this goes towards helping support the server, the upkeep and the maintenance from it. We do have global buffs. We can use these. Say you want to help out the server. Say, hey, look, I'm feeling pretty generous today. I like to help out. You can purchase these global buffs for the server. This one happens to be 30 minutes, and everyone makes 20% more on their auto sell price. This one is you give everyone a 10% discount on buying enhancements for their pickaxe for 30 minutes. You have no auto sell tax, which takes that normal 5% tax that you have and removes it for 30 minutes. And then you have this one, which is one of the big ones that a lot of people will use, is you take 10 less levels to go to the XPmine for 60 minutes. So instead of taking 100, it only takes 90. And then finally, if you don't want to do any of that, you want to just say, hey, I want to just help the server out. I want to help, keep it up going. There is a donation tab as well. Nothing happens to this other than you are donating to help out towards the server. So there's a couple of the commands you have available, a couple of things you have free for you to use. And that kind of brings us to the end. Seriously, thank you guys so much for coming along on this introduction and the tour of the ChromaCage Prison Server. Again, my name is FinnCapp. I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. You can be found at twitch.com/FinnCapp. I will have a link down in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you in the cells, prisoners, and have a great day.